This is the end of October, and if you are deer hunting in the Central Valley of California, then this is your last chance. So I'm in D7, and this is the last weekend. D8 has closed last weekend. The weather has actually cooled down quite a bit. Even already last week was a lot cooler. We already have a lot of bucks started to move down. So last weekend I was in this area just for the day, and it was actually an interesting experience. A pack of hounds just ran up to me. I heard all this barking and whining and all this weird noise. I didn't know what they were. And then I saw this buck jumped out, and then he jumped once more. We looked at each other for like 4 seconds. I could see it was a forky, and then he just ran back. And then all these dogs just ran past me. I mean, it was like 12 to 15 dogs, all kinds of different ones, you know, with the floppy ears and everything, and GPS devices on all of them. And they just ran past me, and more were coming. And then this little puppy stayed with me. It was really cute. He stayed for like 10 minutes. Hey, puppy. Hi. I know, you guys pushed a buck right up here. Hi. Hi, precious. You're so cute. Why are you sitting on my foot? Oh, aren't you a cute doggy in training? You're a hunter in training, huh? You're gonna tell the whole world about me, huh? Hi, sweetie. Are you gonna help me find that buck? Come on. Your owners are gonna look for you. I know. I don't know where your buddies went. What is it? Where's that buck? Show me. You silly
He actually stayed with me for like 10 minutes. I could hear his owners calling him, but he didn't want to go. I knew they would eventually find him, and eventually he ran off to them.
The good thing that came out of it was that I saw that buck. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have seen him. So he was actually pretty dark, like dark brown, dark gray. So he came from the high country, which is a good sign. And he's probably still back here, or maybe his buddies. So I'm going to focus on this area. I actually found a deer trail right where he was. I'm going to check it out, but also this area up here looks really promising. So I'm going to be hiking a lot this weekend. I might drive around a little bit, but I really plan on hiking and sitting and waiting and hiking some more. And this campsite is beautiful. My friends have used it a lot, like I guess over the years, and they made it just perfect. So I'm looking forward to having the camping experience. Luckily, we can still have campfires, so I can cook my steak over the fire and then just sit around with a drink and just think and reflect, and then the next day just wake up early and keep going. So this will be really nice. I'm just going to get the best out of this last weekend. I'm just going to enjoy every moment. It's just gonna be amazing either way. I have a few hours before sunset, so I'm going to pack my backpack and just hike out and see what happens.
So this is me doing this. This is a deer call. This is supposed to sound like a doe in heat. It's not electronic. It's a manual one. But honestly, I have no idea if I'm doing it right. It's pretty loud, so I like that. But I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. So please let me know in the comments if I need to do it differently, okay?
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mishachka. Were you good, puppy? Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Hi, little baby. Oh, still hopping on your front foot. All right, let's make a fire. All right, it looks like it's done. I chewed off all the meat I could possibly have. Here you go, sweetie pie. Yummy. This place is full of deer signs, either deer poop anywhere I look, or very heavy deer trails, deer highways, crisscrossing back and forth. This is really, really exciting. Last year, I started marking deer sightings or deer tracks on my map, on my Onyx map. I didn't mark every single deer trail unless it was very heavily traveled and looked like it could be more permanent. But when I would see a doe, I mean, it's not a big deal, it's just a doe, but I started marking it on my map because later on you can actually connect the dots. So, for example, here I marked the trail, but I also marked the does. And they were a couple of weeks or a few weeks apart, but later on, when I looked at it, I was able to connect those dots and see where they were traveling. And then this one over here, I started marking it last year, and then I added to it this year. And you can totally see that the road doesn't mean anything. The deer will travel a certain way, and it just became obvious. So I'm going to keep doing this. It doesn't take much effort, but you never know when it will become helpful. Might not be this year, but it could be next year. It's lunchtime for the deer. This is their prime time to be out, in my opinion. It's a pretty full moon these few nights. And from what I know, when the moon is out like that, they actually stop eating earlier because they're out all night. So they finish early. And then by about noon, they're hungry again. They need to eat. And I have talked to so many hunters about this, and so many of them told me that the bucks they got were mostly between 11:30 and 2 o'clock. And it is also the time I have seen the most bucks. In my opinion, you don't want to sit around in the campsite during the day. I know, to each their own, everybody has their own methods, but in my opinion, the middle of the day is definitely a good time to hunt. I actually take a little break usually like around 3-4 o'clock. If I have to take a break, that's when I'm gonna do it. So I am actually going to just drive around. I'm gonna drive out to the areas I've been hunting. This past few weeks we have seen quite a lot of deer there, so I'm just gonna do that, and then in the evening I'm gonna go back out here again and see what happens. And then we only have tomorrow, and then game over. all I saw was one doe right at sunset, and this doe was very similar to the buck I saw last week. It was very small actually, and very dark brown, dark gray, so it was similar in color, and it looks like she was also from the high country, and that was basically it. I don't know if this will work. Okay, it's working. Sunday morning, it's very quiet, very, very cold, but very quiet. There's no movement, there are no sounds. It's just super quiet, and only a few hunters. This is the last morning. It was a little bit hard to get up. We came back, made a big breakfast slash lunch, and now I am going out there again. Just gonna hike out just in this area where I was yesterday and the day before, and see what I can see. And this is basically it. Another season has come and gone. I've learned a lot. It's always a learning experience. Discovered more areas to hunt and camp, and can't wait until next August. It's about 10 months. Not a whole lot has happened, but it is what it is. That's what hunting is about. Most of the time, not much will happen. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.